Hello, everyone. I'm James Milan. Welcome to this town hall update. I am speaking with our town manager, Sandy Pooler. Sandy, welcome.
James, nice to see you again.
Always good to see you, always. And we're both enjoying September here. Um, we have a number of things to talk about today, of course, and we will get to some important topics, including update on the ARPA, Arlington Housing Stability Program, ARPA funded, I should say, Arlington Housing Stability Program, and some news about MWRA work that I think people are going to be very interested in because it will have a broad impact, I believe. And then also we want to talk about a little bit wrap up of Town Day and AHS tours, etc. But I'd like to start with the Arlington Community Electricity, or ACE program, has a new energy provider. I have a particular interest in this because we are part of the program for a number of years. So can you tell us what's new?
Yes, Arlington has had a very successful electricity buying program. It's called community aggregation, where we allow people to buy electricity through a program where we contract with a provider and provide electricity to all of our residents. They have the ability to pick different levels of greenness of this electricity, how much renewable energy is in there. So the news is that we are starting our new contract with our new provider. It's a company called NextEra Energy Services, Massachusetts. So you may see that on bills and so forth. It's a 2-year contract and it starts in November. People who are already in the program, which are most of the town residents, will just automatically be shifted over to this new supplier. You don't have to do anything. You will start to see your new charges on your December bill for your November reads. And you can pick, as I say, various levels of green energy. Over the course of this program, we've saved our residents about $5 million. Now, I'm supposed to say that past savings do not guarantee future savings. However, we do know that some of the other energy providers, National Grid, which provides electricity to other towns other than Arlington, recently announced a 64% increase in its rates starting this winter. Eversource, which is our provider, is going out to bid in November. We know that there is a very high price energy market these days. So I would encourage people to take a look at the energy rates when those Eversource numbers come out. I think we are optimistic that we will continue to offer a very good alternative. And it's been successful in the past, and I encourage people to look at it for the future.
All right, thanks very much. I can tell you I will be checking that out and getting back to you to let you know what we find out. But thanks for that info. So yeah, let's talk now about that ARPA funded program that I mentioned, the Arlington Housing Stability Program. What do you have for us?
So under this program, it provides up to 3 months of rental or mortgage assistance to Arlington households that have low or middle income and have been affected by economic instability because of COVID. The application process is open now and it's on a rolling basis. It is in multiple languages, and the languages and the income requirements are listed on the town webpage. So I would encourage people who think they might be eligible, or if they know of a neighbor who might need some help and might be eligible, to go to the town's website and look for the Housing Stability Program and make an application, because we do have a lot of federal money available to help people, and we want to use it that way.
Yeah, I remember talking to Kelly Leinema from the planning department recently about this program as well, and I was impressed at that point with how broad the potential eligible class of individuals is, or families. So let's hope people do take advantage of that. All right, moving on. We want to talk about an MWRA, that's the Massachusetts Water Resources Authority, a major project, I believe, that's coming up. So tell us more.
So as most of our viewers probably know, MWRA supplies water to us. It all comes out from Western Mass, from the Quabbin Reservoir, and comes across the state. And it takes some very big pipes to move that water, one of which goes through Arlington. And the section of that pipe that they need to work on runs along Pleasant Street. And so for the next several months, there's going to be a major repair program along Pleasant Street. They're going to start at the Swan Place side, so sort of near the Unitarian Church, and move toward Route 2. You will see trucks and workers out there every day for the next several months until the spring of 2023. Traffic will continue to flow, but I would encourage people to be aware of that construction. There's likely to be delays from time to time. People may want to look at alternative routes. It is a necessary project so that we can continue to get some of the country's best water flowing to us, but there will be disruptions, and that is starting very soon, and encourage people to be aware of impacts to their traffic flow.
Yeah, I know that in a sense, this is kind of like a warning, right, to folks that, hey, there's going to be some hassle coming. But I do want to just echo what you said, remind everybody that we're really lucky here in Arlington in general to have the kind of quality of water that we have. And every once in a while, we all have to pay a collective price for a short period of time, relatively speaking, for benefits over a much longer period. So let's just keep that in mind, shall we, as we move through these next number of months, which probably won't be fun sometimes.
Correct.
All right. And I understand that you have one more thing to share with us, and that is related to both Town Day, which we talked about in our last update because it happened right after Town Day occurred, and then also tours of the high school. So please let us know.
So we had, I think, the most successful Town Day in the town's history, this largest turnout. So that was really great. I just experienced it being there, seeing how happy people were to see each other face to face and in person. And it was just a wonderful day with beautiful weather. The next Town Day will be September 23rd, 2023. So pencil that in on your calendars. We also had a very successful tour of the high school. We had about 1,000 people come through and look at the newly built wing. And I just enjoyed talking to the people who were on those tours. It's a very impressive building. And so I would encourage people to do it if you haven't done it yet. We will have other tours going forward. About a year from now, the next wing will open. I think that'll be a very exciting time to see the two new academic wings. And the project is proceeding apace, and the building looks great. So glad to share two really good events from Town Day.
Absolutely, and I do think, as you just said, that it's great that 1,000 people took this tour. I think that more people should, because again, this is one of those things where the pain is collective in a sense, right? We passed the necessary override and debt exclusion, et cetera, to get this thing done. Whether you have children in schools or not at the moment, I'll bet you'll be impressed by the building and by how our money has been spent.
Well, that was one comment that several people made to me, is they were glad to see how their tax dollars were being used. And so again, if you haven't had the chance to do it, please sign up for the next tour. I think you'll really enjoy it.
That's great. Well, I think that wraps things up for today, but I will let you confirm that.
Yeah, that's all for today. I look forward to talking to you again in a couple of weeks.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for your time. As always, I have been speaking with our town manager. He is Sandy Pooler. I am James Milan. We appreciate Sandy's time as always, and yours as well. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.